Now let's transition. I'm going to show you guys that banks are 110% coming. They're interested in DeFi, and it's not me telling you guys this, it's the banks telling you this. So I posted to you guys here. Why should you take our Wealth 28 Club University, which is a DeFi university that myself and Mr. Aqua created for you guys months ago to show you how we are, embedded into DeFi. I personally have a multi-$1,000 portfolio in DeFi that's earning me passive income. And in the Wealth 28 Club course material, I physically show you guys how I'm doing that. Okay. So that way you all have the education to do so yourselves when you feel it's necessary for you to do so. Okay. And I said here, because DeFi will become the new normal. One does not need to look far and wide to see clearly that big players are coming. Institutions can now seamlessly tokenize real-world assets and integrate with global DeFi systems. This is coming directly from Boston Consulting Group. So shout out to the CYPRX researchers for this. This is a report from Boston Consulting Group from October 2024. Okay, this is updated information. As you guys can see here, this document is called Tokenized Funds, the Third Revolution in Asset Management Decoded. And right here, it goes on to say, this is coming from Zonix. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Zonix is the tokenized fund assets under management and how they talk about exceeding it by 600 billion by 2030. But right down here, it says right here, Zonix is at the forefront of this advancement, enabling financial institutions and asset managers to unlock liquidity and enhance compliance across tokenized funds. With Zonix Dynamic Interoperability Security Token protocol, institutions can seamlessly tokenize real-world assets and integrate with global DeFi systems, right? And it talks about that in the report. Here's a little snippet from the report, okay? This is the report that they posted on their LinkedIn profile. Okay, let's just go over real fast, looking at Zodia Custody real quick, okay? So if we go head over to Zodia Custody, if you guys don't know what Zodia Custody is, just go check them out, okay? They have right here, okay, backed by Standard Charter and Northern Trust. And the reason why I'm coming over here to Zodia Custody to show you guys institutional examples of them talking about DeFi. So that way you guys don't think that when I sit here and I share you this from Boston Consulting Group, where they're talking about Zonix, and it says right here that institutions are coming to DeFi, okay, right here it says institutions can seamlessly tokenize real-world assets and integrate with global DeFi systems. Okay, let's go over to Zodia Custody. Standard Charter and Northern Trust, is using them as an example. On my X profile, you can see here, I posted a fundamental piece from Northern Trust from 2024 in cooperation with Deutsche Bank. Look at what they're talking about in their documents. What is institutional DeFi? See right here, DeFi can be transferred into the traditional financial marketplace for opening up the possibilities to create new cost efficiencies and effectiveness, as well as to integrate paths towards new growth. These new paths include the tokenization of real-world assets and securities, as well as the integration of programmability into asset classes and the emergence of new operating models. All right. And it says right here, the forward, the evolution of decentralized finance and the potential to apply it to institutional use cases where financial applications are built on blockchain tech, deploying smart contracts, is being met with great interest by industry spectators. You all see that, okay? So now I'm confirming to you guys that this is coming from large-scale institutions. Here's another one. This is directly from Standard Charter, okay? Standard Charter put out this document labeled Real-World Asset Tokenization, a Game Changer for Global Trade. This is from this year, 2024. And look at what they're talking about in Project Guardian, which is a Bank of International Settlements project that took place. It says, at the heart of Project Guardian, lay a bold vision to explore how blockchain networks can help to advance the development of a safer and more efficient financial network, a collaboration between the Monetary Authority of Singapore and industry leaders. Participating institutions conducted market case studies to design the blueprints for the future market infrastructure that leverages the innovation potential of blockchain and DeFi. Do y'all freaking see that right there? I mean, this is monumental that people are not paying attention to this. Again, here at CYPRX, we're in an attempt to show you guys that institutions are 110% coming, that reputable individuals from large organizations like Ripple are paying attention to this, and that these individuals that are just putting out hopium and price predictions to you guys are psyops embedded into this ecosystem to manipulate you all, to steer you away from what's really going to change your life financially after this next bull market cycle and into the future and beyond, okay? I hope that after watching this video breakdown, you guys tapped in, because man, let me tell you what, there's going to be so many people that become thousandaires, millionaires, and possibly even billionaires that sell for fiat this next bull market cycle. And by 2035, they're going to regret their decisions if they do not take the necessary steps to learn how to integrate their newly found digital wealth and maintain it in this new digital ecosystem. If you sell your digital wealth back into the traditional financial system, oh my goodness gracious. That even just sounds silly when it comes out of my mouth. I mean, I don't know. Man. All right. So, anyways, let's move on. So, now that I've showed you guys everything that I've showed you so far, okay, let's move on. I've shown you guys institutional interest. This is a representative from Zodiac Custody. You guys can see his little pin on his shirt right there. Zodiac Custody right there, right? Okay, so this is a fundamental panel discussion from Stellar Development Foundation. It was posted 2 weeks ago, so it's fresh. Only has 191 views. So what I'm about to show you, let that sink in, okay? There's 1,780 people on this call right now, all right? You guys now should be all awake and aware to the power or the potential that DeFi holds after watching this video breakdown. You're going to have the ability to take your XLM, to take your XRP, to take your HBAR, never have to sell it back into the traditional system. And if you want money, you're going to be able to deploy your XRP, your XLM, your HBAR into DeFi to earn passive income. Whatever way you decide to do that, because there's going to be so many ways in the future that you're going to be able to do that, that's on you. But you will have that ability. Institutions will be doing that, okay? Here is physical proof that nobody's paying attention. This is literally from Stellar, has 191 views. Think about Mr. Man's post, how we started off this. And this is, I always full circle my videos. I don't know if you guys pay attention to that, but I always full circle shit. Okay. I remember Mr. Man said to you guys at the beginning of this, how we opened this. Remember I said, this is going to kick it off. This is going to set the tone for today's video. He said, congratulations to the pioneers willing to learn DeFi. And if you're just coming into this video with this video clip from Mr. Man, it's a dude on the panel discussion talking about how there's hardly anybody in DeFi right now. I believe at the time of recording this video, he said that there was only 200,000 people in one particular niche in DeFi. However, there's 8.4 billion people on this earth. Okay. And now fast forward to today. Okay. This shows that proof. 191 views, people. Are you kidding me? And the title of this video posted by Stellar is how institutions can navigate the DeFi landscape. Come on now, y'all. Smash that thumbs up button and subscribe, especially if you're watching this recording. We're putting out the realest information to you all in the crypto space that nobody else has tapped into. So in this video clip, we're going to play 5 video clips, 5 video snippets that are each like maybe 30 seconds to a minute long. Okay. And I'm just going to play them back to back to back. And then I'll talk about and discuss them after they're all played. But long story short, in my notes here, it covers what institutions are asking about DeFi. So that confirms if institutions are asking about DeFi that they're interested in DeFi. Then it talks about teaching institutions about DeFi. Then it talks about how institutions are touching and have their hand in DeFi. Then it talks about how institutions want to earn yield in DeFi. And then one of the individual representatives confirms that banks are already involved in DeFi. Okay. And again, only 191 people have seen this video, according to the views on this platform. All right. So let's just sit back, let's relax, and let's listen to this slew of video clips from this panel discussion that Stellar posted at their Meridian conference that took place just a couple of days ago. Take a second here and listen.
Average house in America these days is about $400,000. The taxes on a house like that are going to be
side, they might dabble into different exchanges. And so I think right now when you see this like title, it's just so broad. There's no one size fits all. And I think that's part of the exciting part that we're at now.
And what would you say is the main question you get from institutions wanting to get into DeFi? What is the big thing that they want answered from you when they're thinking about the space?
Do you want me to
Yes,
start?
yeah.
I think top of mind is security. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, I was in New York with a collective called Liquid Collective. We publicly announced a standards and control, a certifications that basically aimed at filling the gap that exists today when it comes to staking and operating validator nodes on many different chains. That is the gap that you have in terms of certification. So SOC 2, SOC 1 exist, ISO certification exists, but when it comes to best practices in terms of security, going back to your question, there's a gap in the space, and that's the certification that Blockdaemon, Figment, Kraken, Coinbase, with the help of KPMG, PwC, have put forward. It's this certification that allow us to, instead of filling out 700 questions during RFPs, basically say, here is how we manage data, how we manage funds, how we manage private keys, security compliance processes that we have in place. It's a way to speak the language of institutions who wants to interact with blockchains and these types of decentralized protocols. And I think this is the kind of standards and controls that institutions ask us a lot about and want to understand, and are really, really getting a lot more sophisticated now today.
So he just confirmed on stage that financial institutions are asking about DeFi, and their primary focus on DeFi and getting integrated into the system is security. Okay. I mean, you can't get any more clear than that. That 110% confirms that institutions are interested in this. Okay, so let's go on to the next video clip, roughly at about 10 minutes and 40 seconds. By the way, shout out to everybody listening in. If you guys are just now tapping in, we covered some really juicy information. We started off by confirming that there is a massive psyop in this crypto space, in this crypto ecosystem of individual influencers on the internet, manipulating people into believing that life-changing wealth is going to come from selling your utility assets back into the traditional financial system for fiat. That is incorrect. We proved that in today's video breakdown, and in previous videos, I showed you guys examples of how the devaluation of fiat currency over time will only lead to your wealth being completely taken away from you guys, okay? I've showed you guys examples of Ripple representatives, multiple, Monica Long, Marcus Infinger, David Schwartz, Jazzy Cooper, that other dude, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, all discussing and talking about DeFi in recent panel discussions from 2024. Then I also showed you guys video breakdowns from the CTO of XLR and the CEO of PeerSys, who's building out the EVM sidechain, also mentioned how they're excited about DeFi on the XRPL. Now we've transitioned into discussing and further proving that financial institutions are interested in DeFi. I showed you guys the Zonix LinkedIn profile, how they said that institutions are about to embed DeFi to the traditional financial system. Zodiac Custody, obviously, of course, backed by Northern Trust, Standard Chartered, both have documents out confirming that they're testing DeFi and interested in utilizing DeFi in this new financial system. I mean, you can't get any more clear than this. And now we're playing video clips from Stellar Development Foundation. Most of you guys probably hold XLM, probably haven't even seen this video because it only has 191 views. And there's almost 2,000 people watching this video right now. This was posted 2 weeks ago. And what are they talking about? How institutions can navigate the DeFi landscape. So let's continue down the rabbit hole. I just wanted to say shout out to you guys for tapping in with me today. Many blessings to you guys. I'm going to shout out and give some discount codes that are going to be available on our website for the holidays coming up. So make sure that you stick around for the entirety of this video, and let's jump back in.
Is that something you can teach firms how to deal with?
We do. And you get a spectrum of clients. There are a lot of clients who are dabbling in it for the first time, very conservative, TradFi institutions. And yes, there is that element of education. I mean, there was a quote I came across recently. Somebody said that sometimes to people participating, especially to a more conservative institution, it feels that the world of DeFi feels like they are using a technology that they don't fully grasp to participate in paradigms they don't understand, right? So that kind of sums up sometimes how people on the outside feel. But to Ben's point, with that education, when you pare away the lingo and explain it to people, these are familiar constructs and they see through it.
Yeah, Ben.
So that was coming directly from Zodiac Custody. What is he talking about? How before financial institutions get educated on this, it seems like it's a paradigm that they don't understand. But as you progress and as you educate them, they're like, oh, this is actually something we already understand. Yield generation, lending, borrowing, those are all things coming from traditional finance, except now they're enhanced. Now they're faster. Now they're more secure. Now they're more scalable. Now they're more trackable and traceable, all through the utilization of blockchain and DeFi. And Financial institutions are going to start to understand this. So why do you think you guys should go and take a course, right, on DeFi? Because that's what financial institutions are doing. Do you all see how simple this is to grasp? I don't see how people don't see it. I don't know how after we get off this call, 1,930 people don't come and tap in with us at CYPRX unless you're already tapped into DeFi and you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, now is the time to educate. Okay, now is the time to further progress your momentum in this space forward by educating yourself on what the potential of DeFi holds for you in the future. Even if, again, you don't want to go and deploy right now, that's fine. It's understandable. But there's no excuse for a lack of education, okay? Because the banks, they're going to come and they're going to sweep everybody from under their feet. Right now, people are getting all excited because crypto's up a couple percentage points. Oh, 20%, 30%, whatever. That's nothing compared to what's about to happen. Right now, just think about it. Think about it. Look at the optimism in this space. We are literally hovering at 3.5 some odd trillion dollars, maybe $3.05 trillion right now, which is where the market topped out the last bull market cycle. And the vast majority of altcoins across the board have barely moved. That should show you that right now we're in the precipice of experiencing something massive, massive over the next consecutive couple of years. That we're right now hovering back at $3 trillion, and really the only asset that's reached its all-time high, give or take a couple of different altcoins like soy, so on and so forth, have reached its all-time high as Bitcoin. Okay, that's it. That is so crazy to me right now that people can't see the granular scheme of what's about to take place over the next consecutive couple of quarters/years. Moving on, 12 minutes and 30 seconds. This dude confirms that institutions have their hand and are touching DeFi. So take a second here and listen.
Systems. Like, wow, why not? That's an incredible time to be building.
But are there markets problems that DeFi can solve as well, Gaetan? Like liquidity, for example?
So actually, if I can, you were asking about advanced questions from institutions when it comes to DeFi, and it made me think of an example which is very recent. A large US asset managers came to Blockdaemon and asked questions about active set of public blockchains. I won't name names. Stellar was one of them. And the question about active set is fascinating to me because I think 3, 4, 5 years ago, I don't think these institutions were asking about, okay, what are the risk mitigation processes I should consider, if not even put in place, when I want to interact with blockchain, public chains. And now they're looking into the nitty-gritty of, okay, who are the operators? How are the block produced? What is the MEV practices on that chain? Really questions that seems really pointed and a lot more, again, advanced, to take the terms that you used, than what we could hear 2, 3 years ago. And I think it just reflects, as an industry, how now institutions are getting into not just dabbling into blockchain. And actually the question is not how institutions are adopting DeFi, it's how they navigate it, right? And now it's really about navigating it versus are they touching it or not? They are. They're already interacting with it. And I find that this example was kind of a...
Boom. He just confirmed, this is a representative from Blockdaemon, that institutions are touching DeFi. Do you all see power of education? This is anybody that's in crypto right now that's like, institutions aren't here yet, institutions aren't touching DeFi, guarantee you don't have more credentials than this individual representative from Blockdaemon. Guaranteed. And he just confirmed that institutions are touching DeFi. Word for word, that's what he just said, right? This video is 191 views. Do you guys remember, just to use Blockdaemon as an example, I showed you guys in a previous video breakdown. This is Blockdaemon, by the way, right here. They offer staking services for institutions. As you can see right on their website, our institutional staking solution is easily accessible through our Blockdaemon wallet. That's who this representative is from, Blockdaemon, okay? Who just confirmed institutions are touching DeFi. This is going to blow your mind, right? Well, look at this. As an institution, looking at XLR as a digital asset example, institutions can come on this platform, stake their XLR, and earn 7.25%. Over at CYPRX, we showed you guys, we made a video clip on this for our Wealth 28 Club members. As a retail investor, you can utilize the Exodus wallet, which is compatible with the Treasure cold storage wallet for any individuals that want to earn yield on their assets that are sitting in cold storage. And you can earn 8.75% on XLR. Look right here, right? So right now we can earn more yield more staking rewards on our XLR than financial institutions, and we can have them sitting in our cold storage wallets. Do you all see how powerful this is? Oh my gosh, I'm dropping gems on you all right now. Okay, come on now, people. We got to tap in as a community. Like I said, the only way that we're going to progress and have this mindset shift is if you all tap in and you stop paying attention to all these bullish moonboy hopium price targets being manipulated into the fiat system that we've been so accustomed to live in, and you transition. Okay, you transition, you do research, you understand what is happening at scale right now, and the opportunity as retail investors we have. We are front running the banks. We are front running the banks. I just showed you guys a physical example how we can earn, even though it's not a lot, we can earn 1.50% more yield on our XLR than financial institutions can. And if I don't know how else to show you an example of how we're front running the banks, that does, I mean, it's mind blowing. So 2 more video clips. So we've now just confirmed institutions from this representative at Block Demon, institutions are touching DeFi. He said that word for word. Let's get into this. Institutions want to earn yield. So this is now confirming that banks want to earn yield. Let's play that video clip real fast.
Reliability performance perspective, yeah.
We've had a question from the audience, which Ankur, I think you would be perfect for based on our conversations earlier. What is the institutional interest in blockchain infrastructure like staking?
What is the interest in
blockchain infrastructure like staking from institutions? How many institutions are saying we want to touch staking?
So I think pretty much everybody dabbling in assets that can be staked wants to stake, right? Nobody wants to hold an asset that can earn additional rewards or additional sort of yield by staking it, right? There's obviously a risk in it, and there might be some institutions that constitutionally cannot do it. But that aside, anyone holding a proof of an asset that's sort of on a proof of stake chain wants to, we pretty much want any client with that kind of asset wishes to stake it, I think is the succinct answer to that. So there's a huge demand.
He literally just said any client, anybody that's holding assets that are or have the ability to be staked wants to stake it. This is coming from Zodia Custody, people. If you don't have more credentials than Zodia Custody, why are you not right after you get off the Zoom call figuring out how you can go stake your assets? Because he just confirmed, again, Zodia Custody, I just showed you guys, Zodia Custody, Standard Charter, Northern Trust, backed by these financial institutions. And now both of these financial institutions have put out documents talking about DeFi, right? Now this dude on stage is confirming this to be the case. Oh my goodness, this freaking video today has been so freaking gem-packed. Gems on gems on gems. All right. So now not only have we confirmed that institutions have their hand in DeFi, now we've also confirmed that they're all interested in staking. And I just showed you guys the platform where institutions are getting less yield on their assets than retail investors, right? Oh man, CYPRX is on another freaking level, you guys and gals. Please tap in. Banks are already in DeFi. So let's play this last video clip. This is going to be the last one today. All right. Last video clip confirming banks are already in DeFi from reputable individuals on stage, posted by Stellar Development Foundation. How institutions can navigate the DeFi landscape, Meridian 2024.
And so that's why for certain partners where we are very strategic about, we make sure that, they're regulated in the right way wherever they are.
Ben, what would you say it would take to get the next roll or wave of institutions involved in DeFi? We've had kind of the first big wave with the Bitcoin ETFs earlier this year and that big kind of click moment that happened. What will bring about the next wave?
I'm optimistic. I think it's already happening. I mean, 2 years ago, if a financial institution called me, I might be explaining what like a subnet is for the first time. And now when they call, they say they've got a team and they've already got one built. They know how validator nodes work. They know how signing works. They know how they're going to do it. I recognize there's still a lot that don't. I don't get those calls. I get the calls where it's like, I want to do this. Can we do it? And I am amazed by how informed many of them are. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that if you think about all the documentation that like Stellar has put out in public, that's the documentation these R&D teams go and study and basically build their prototypes. The number of prototypes that are happening everywhere from, I guess I won't say that one, JPM, like Citi, these huge institutions in the United States, Franklin Templeton, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, they're actually getting to production, folks.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, Priscilla.
Wow. I don't even know what to freaking say, y'all. Like, what? That is probably like one of the most bullish comments that we've seen come from reputable individuals all year. They're here. They're here. He said they're already here. Okay. How are institutions getting involved in DeFi? They're already here. Right. He pretty much said to that lady, what are you talking about? They're already here. Okay. So you have to understand, after what I showed you, if you've just come into this video, because now we have over 2,000 people on the call. When we first started, we had like 150. Okay. Let's go over how we started this just to recap, and then I'll get into the discounts for the CYPRX 1228 Club for those of you all who have been waiting. Okay. I started off by playing this video clip of Mr. Man. Shout out to Mr. Man. It was so phenomenal to meet you in person, hang out with you for a week. It was really dope. Great experience. Phenomenal networking took place. Actually getting to meet the man behind the mask. He went in and he posted this, talking about this individual representative on stage, how very small percentages of individual in crypto are actually involved in DeFi. And right now we have a once in a lifetime opportunity. Then the individual representative above him confirmed that DeFi is going to be integrated and converge with the traditional financial system. Well, technically speaking, he said TradFi is going to converge with DeFi. Then I went in to explain to you guys that right now we're at a stage where the minds of the masses, because think about it, think about crypto influencers from previous cycles. Okay. They got to experience the 2021, 2020 bull market cycle, and they blew up in terms of following. There weren't a lot of real good in-depth researchers like myself, Smoke, Man, Aqua, and many others out there, Citizens of the Future, all these really good reputable researchers. We weren't here chugging out research like we are now in previous market cycles. That's all changed. And so you have these followers, these influencers that had massive followings from previous market cycles that are still doing the same shit. They're pumping out bullish Moonboy price predictions. They're giving everybody dopamine and hopium fixes because that's what gets them clicks and views. However, you all on the opposite end of that spectrum are getting manipulated into believing that this next market cycle is going to be the same as the last ones. As you guys can see, these are individuals posting price predictions, and these dudes on X have literally hundreds of thousands of followers. Okay. Selling your utility assets for fiat will only wreck your financial life in the future moving forward. I'm not going to say it again. Like, people, you got to wake up. Yes, I've talked about how selling out your initial investment so that way it's a risk-free investment is logical. Selling crypto for fiat to pay off any debts that you have, right? Whatever strategy you have to become debt free or just to pay off your initial investment, I get that. I'm doing that, right? But outside of that, we are going to be able to take and utilize our utility assets like XLM, XRP, HBAR, Quant, Link, whatever utility asset you have, Algo, right? IOTA, all these utility assets that we've been able to accumulate for fiat, right? In DeFi. So I said to you guys here in this post to continue, these networks, these chains, these assets, they didn't have a big DeFi ecosystem. Okay. We confirmed that. I showed you guys how right now, for the first time ever, especially this year, DeFi has become available to XRP holders. That's never been available. ETH holders for the past 4 or 5 years have had DeFi exposure. They've been able to lend, borrow, provide liquidity with their Ethereum, earn yield, earn rewards, earn fees on their Ethereum. We as XRP enthusiasts and holders have never had that. For the first time ever, now we do. With the implementation of the AMM feature on the XRPL, the EVM sidechain that's being built out, all of this is going to become readily available to us. And I've shown you guys how reputable individuals like Robert Mitchnick, Boris A. from Ripple, sitting on stage. What are they talking about? Okay. You heard Boris A. from Ripple talk about how DeFi is going to be integrated with the new financial system. It's going to become the backbone. I then showed you guys physical examples from Ripple representatives like Monica Long, the president of Ripple, in her most recent document that was literally posted on the Ripple website, November 14, 2024, specifically talking about DeFi, right? Right down here, she talks about DeFi use cases that are going to be readily available. Right here, it says what's going to be possible for the broader XRP Ledger community through DeFi applications, okay? Then I showed you guys individual examples from Marcus Infinger, right? Where he said in a recent CoinDesk post, this is literally from just, I don't know, maybe like a week or two ago, okay? He said, this shift is not just redefining finance, it's laying the groundwork for DeFi to become a fundamental part of the global financial market. That's coming from Marcus Infinger at Ripple. I showed you guys video clips. I'm not going to play them again. The CTO at XLR sitting on stage with David Schwartz saying that he's excited about DeFi and the XRPL. Marcus Infinger at a recent event said that individual XRP holders are going to have the ability to provide liquidity with their XRP. David Schwartz at XRP Las Vegas this year said to the stage, to the audience, that you guys are going to be able to provide liquidity with your XRP, okay, by lending it out, right? Then I played more video clips of individual representatives like Jasmine Cooper, who is the head of DeFi product at Ripple, mentioned them building out and being, forward-looking of the EVM sidechain. Okay, PeerSyst is the organization building that out, and the CEO of PeerSyst, literally on stage just the other day at the Cosmoverse 2024, said that the XRPL and XRP holders have never had DeFi exposure, and now for the first time ever, not only is it the only regulated digital asset that's about to be available in DeFi, but for the first time ever, XRP holders are going to be able to go and deploy their XRP in the DeFi ecosystem and how massive this is. Then we transitioned and I showed you guys how financial institutions are interested in DeFi. I showed you guys an example from Zonix. I showed you guys an example from Zodiac Custody and broke down Standard Chartered and Northern Trust and how they're putting out documents talking about DeFi and their interest in this space and utilizing their digital assets to earn yield. Then I played a video clip that has gone readily unnoticed, which is absolutely surprising to me because, it's literally posted from the Stellar Development Foundation titled How Institutions Can Navigate DeFi. And in these video clips that I played for you guys, we confirmed that not only do institutions have their hand in DeFi, but they're getting educated on DeFi and they're already here. They're already here. The next wave of institutional investors that come into DeFi, they're going to sweep people completely off their feet. I don't think people understand what is about to happen. And so many individuals are about to get left behind because they think the road to wealth, the key to wealth in this next wave of transformation is to sell for fiat. That's the mindset I'm trying to get you guys to escape from. Okay. So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys for coming out. Anybody that wants to be involved in CYPRX and just take our course, take our DeFi University, figure out what it is that we're talking about in depth. Okay. Head over to CYPRXtrading.com. You guys can click here on the Wealth 28 Club if you guys want to learn my in-depth trading strategy, how I approach the markets, the confluences that I take towards placing trades in crypto or forex. You guys also have access to the advanced CYPRX trading course. Here are some holiday discounts for you guys, for you individuals that want to tap in. For the Wealth 28 Club on the CYPRX trading website, for 20% off your first month, you guys can go, you can tap in. On the checkout page, there's going to be a small section that says apply coupon. You're going to type in holiday 28, all caps, no spaces. It'll give you 20% off your first month. So it'll take the $28 a month fee that we charge down to like $20 or something like that, right? So $20 to get access to literally probably more than 100 videos of in-depth DeFi course material, taking you from an A to Z perspective on how we are deploying capital in the DeFi ecosystem in the now and earning passive income. I myself have over $30,000 of capital deployed into DeFi. You get to see that firsthand in the Wealth 28 Club, what platforms I'm deploying on, what wallets are integral with what DEXs, how to deploy into the DeFi ecosystem step by step, what DeFi even is, where it's going, so on and so forth. Constant updates on a weekly basis. The Wealth 28 Club is phenomenal and people are 110% benefiting. So there you guys go, 20% off your first month, holiday 28, all caps, no space. And then if you guys want to really tap into the CYPRX advanced course trading strategy, you want to learn how we've become so accurate with our analysis, not putting out any bullish moon boy hopium. If you guys have been following along with the price analytics and the fundamentals that we deliver, and you want to see a more insightful perspective on how we do that, how we generate that accuracy, go join the CYPRX Advanced Trading course. You guys get 30% off of that for this holiday season. You can type in at checkout on the CYPRX Trading website for the CYPRX Advanced Trading course, holiday 24, all caps, no space. It'll give you 30% off the advanced lifetime access trading course. Again, teach zone, the knowledge, the education, it's there for you. So you choose to tap in. I hope to see some of you guys on the inside. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video breakdown. I enjoyed presenting all this information to you all, and I will continue to enlighten and inspire individuals to be better versions of themselves, not only physically and mentally, but also financially. I cannot stress enough. Now is the freaking time to tap in. Now is not the time to be paying attention to these dummies on the freaking internet. They're going to wreck so many people because they have thousands of followers and people think that they mean something in the space. Like literally, if you're telling people right now to sell for fiat, you should delete your social media platform straight up off the bat. Outside of selling out for your initial investment, it is my personal opinion, you are a fucking psyop and you do not deserve to be embedded into this space, because now is the time for enlightenment. And the people, you all listening, 2,200 people, you all deserve better than this. We deserve better than the traditional financial system that we have been forced to freaking abide by all of our lives. And we now, for the first time, have the ability to escape the traditional financial system through the utilization of these utility digital assets in the DeFi ecosystem. Anybody in their right mind that has a brain understands that and will put this price prediction bullshit behind them and move on to better things. You can do that through CYPRX. Tap in with us. Many blessings to you guys. Be cognizant. Please be aware out there. Make sure you're soaking up the right information. I cannot stress enough. And I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.